I just wanted to do this video real fast. I just got done watching Red Dawn, the original followed by the remake, and I wanted to give my thoughts on that because I've just been thinking about that lately. I mean, not just like specifically Red Dawn, but I mean like there's a lot of remakes of old movies, specifically from the 80s, like Fright Night and, well, Total Recall's from the 90s, but you get what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if next they remake the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club. But, yeah, I would totally disown the studio that did that. But anyway, my point is Red Dawn. Most remakes aren't any good. Most of the remakes of the 80s movies aren't any good. Like, Fright Night. It's hard to say that. I just ate and it almost tried to come back up. But, yeah. I recently found that they made a sequel. There's Fright Night 2 from the 80s. There's Fright Night and Fright Night 2. At least I think Fright Night 2 is 80s. But, anyways, Fright Night and Fright Night 2 are really good. And then I found out that they made, this year, brand new, straight to DVD, Fright Night 2. It's not a remake of Fright Night 2. It's actually not even related to the remake. So, yeah. It's just a random Fright Night 2. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic. Red Dawn. Okay, so, needless to say, spoiler alert. Okay, the first Red Dawn starts off with like a few brief texts. I had to pause it because they went by so quick. There's sort of like a few text like messages up there. It's like I don't remember what it said. Like something like NATO is like fallen or something like that. And then like it went by, and all of a sudden you see the main characters. They drive up, they go to school, and then the invasion happens. Not even 2 minutes go by. You don't know their names. You don't know who they are. You don't know anything about them. You don't even care about them. You don't even know which ones are like you're supposed to follow because like people die like right away, and then like you don't even know who these people are. And then there's an invasion. They're all running and screaming like run, get in the truck, and then they stop and pick up other people, and they're like yeah, quick, get in the car. And in fact, you even see somebody running like, hey, guys, don't get me. And they're like, come on, get in the car, get in the car. And then, like, you don't know who any of those people are. And so, and even throughout the movie, you don't understand, you don't really know who they are. And then, like, when people die in that movie, you're like, who was that? And so, and then it just ends. Like, right after, right, it just... And so, I never really liked it. I mean, it was alright. It's an alright war movie, but it just... I never really liked it. And, like, it was never really my favorite movie. Or it wasn't even, like, when I name 80s movies I like, Red Dawn doesn't even come to mind. Because, I think that little of it. And, but I know that when they announced the Red Dawn remake, everyone was like, "Oh, yeah, they're gonna ruin the original," and I was thinking the same thing. I mean, I didn't like the original, but like I said, remakes of 80s movies tend to not be any good. So I was like, well, if I didn't like the original, I'm definitely not gonna like the new one. So I just watched them both back to back. I'd never seen the remake, and so I decided to watch the original, and then turn around and watch the remake, and right off the bat, it was already better. It started off, during the opening credits, it started off with like Obama talking and Fox News and all these people, and they just explain what's, like, the backstory, what's going on. Like, in the first one, you had no, like, there was no setting. They just, I don't know what's going on. And in this one, it starts off, like, setting up the story. And then once it does the Red Dawn, you see the main character at a high school football game, and then he loses, and you can tell and you can understand right away. You know, he's not very well. Like, I don't know how to word it. Like, he's basically like a disappointment. He was trying to win the game and all that or whatever, and like you can like right away he has like a character immediately, and then his brother and father were there, the police, and then the invasion didn't happen right away. Yeah, then he was waiting for his girlfriend to pick him up, and then there was interaction between them. And then he goes home, there's interaction between his father, him and his brother, and then his father leaves, and there's interaction between him and his brother. And so, you get, you start to care for these characters. Like, within the first 10 minutes, you understand that, I actually got their names this time. There was, Maddie was the main character, and his girlfriend was Erica. His brother was Jeb, which was Chris. I forgot how to pronounce his last name. He was Thor. Thor cut his hair and took on the Koreans, and that's it. An unexpected Avengers sequel. But so anyways, his brother was Jeb, which was Thor, and then their father was the cop, and then so like right away, like you understood. And though there was this girl named Tony, who you could tell that without them really saying much, you can immediately tell that Jed and Tony had some history together. I mean, just in a few lines, and then the invasion happened, and then when that happened, you actually, yeah, like when people get in the truck, you know who they are. You're like, oh yeah, save them, and in the first 10 minutes, it's already better than the original. And in the first one, when they go out in the woods, they have the guns. They somehow already know how to use them, and they go, they shoot the Russians, and they take their weapons, and they automatically already know how to use them. And this one, they actually took time to explain it. Jed, which is a Thor guy, he had been in Iraq, and at first they didn't know how to use the gun. In fact, it showed one of the characters like, and he taught them how to use the weapons, and it shows there's like a little musical montage while he's doing a voiceover, like, you gotta be strong, you gotta be the best, you gotta whatever, and he teaches them, like, they do training. So it's not just look, the Russians, blah, 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 yeah, I got them, yeah, pick up this weapon I've never even picked up before, and now you can use it perfectly. And so, there's another reason it's better, and then it's just, the famous scene from the first one where they're on they take out the army people, they're like, Wolverines! Yeah, that in the first one, that's like, yeah, that's cool. And this one, it's like all like heroic and stuff, and people are cheering, and it just seemed more like epic when that happened this time. Yeah, like the camera was swooping around him, yay, and the music. But well, I don't want to give too much away because like I don't want to like say like what happens at the end. I'll just say that like I didn't like the ending of the first one. And the ending of the remake just now, it's a lot better because you really don't know what happened. I mean, it implies so much in the original. They imply a lot. What happened to these people? You don't know what happened, and then it just kind of hints at it and the voiceover. But in the remake, you pretty much know. I mean, it does end like during the war still, but you know what's going to happen. But the ending is better because I don't want to give too much away. I've already said too much. Basically, I'm going to shock everyone, and I prefer a modern remake over the original 80s movie. I don't know if I'll ever watch the original again because it was not all that good. Um, yeah.